Analisa Six here with the Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to bring you the August 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Gemini for sun and rising placements. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to August. It's Leo season, and Leo and Gemini make a harmonious sextile to each other. So Leo energy is usually typically very good for Gemini and vice versa. Gemini has a lot going on right now. Just going to say, excuse me, I'm drinking Celsius right now, and I'm recovering from a cold, and my throat is just all kinds of, I need to get another cough drop. But anyways, Gemini has a lot going on right now. We have Jupiter and Mars in your sign. Jupiter's going to be here for the rest of the year. Mars will be here until it looks like the beginning of September. So all of August, we have Mars in Gemini. And the area that this is hitting for the Gemini horoscope is your first house. We talked about this last month, if you watched the horoscope, because we had Mars and Jupiter here together as well. But essentially, the first house, is our identity. It's where we have our relationship to self and, how we're relating to who we are as an individual. And also, that rising energy of how we're kind of pushing ourselves out into the world. So with Jupiter here, there's growth. We also might be in a big self-reflection analytical phase where we're like, who am I? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Asking a lot of questions. Gemini Sagittarius polarity asks a lot of questions. Mars here brings some tension and conflict. So we might be kind of in a state of feeling a lot of internal tension when Mars is in the first house. However, Mars is the ruler of this house, and so it is a good time to be pushing and directing our will forward to some extent, but we're going to learn kind of some humbling lessons along the way. So it's not an easy time necessarily. However, Leo does make harmonious aspects to this energy. So let's talk about where Leo hits. So starting now August, we always have the sun in Leo, and Leo season hits in the Gemini horoscope in the third house of communication. Wherever the sun is brings vitality and awareness. There's energy. There's a big light shown, and not necessarily a negative way, but just like, here's energy here. That's when the sun's passing through something. And the third house is the house of communication. It's the house Gemini traditionally rules. So your relationship to how you communicate who you are is emphasized with Leo season, with the sun here. Let's talk about some of the other energy that we're starting out the month with. So we have Venus starting out the month in Leo. And this is a powerful energy because Venus is going to be at the same degree point on August 1st as she was on August 1st last year almost. She was at 26 degrees retrograde on August 1st last year. This year she's at 25 degrees. So think back to where you were in August of last year at the start of the month. And Venus is here to kind of wrap up that story and bring some healing and some awareness around that. And this is around communication. Then the planet of communication, which is your ruler, Mercury, is in Virgo right now, the other sign that it rules. And Virgo hits in the Gemini horoscope in the area of home and family. So where you're living and your relationship to where you're living, as well as your relationship to family, is emphasized with Mercury passing through the fourth house. This is a theme that you're going to be feeling a lot of for August because we have a lot of Virgo energy happening in August as well. August 4th is the first day of the month that we have a big shift. We've got a new moon at 12 degrees of Leo that's hitting, that's today. And this new moon is a great time for setting intentions on how you want to communicate who you are, how you want to express yourself, who you are, and how you want to move through your relationship to self in a way that's constructive and empowering in terms of how you communicate. Because it's happening in your third house of communication. And new moons are a great time to set intentions. And Leo's a great time to speak authentically. So, empowered, evolved Leo that's in its best state speaks from the heart and from an honest and authentic place. So this is a good time for you to set intentions around how you're moving through the world in that way with the new moon energy. Mercury on this day, speaking of communication, is going to station retrograde at 4 degrees of Virgo. That's in your home sector. Venus is also going to be entering Virgo and moving into the home sector. I shouldn't say sector, I should say house. Venus is going to move into the 4th house of home and family, and it's going to be bringing blessings to your home life. Venus passing through the 4th house is great for manifesting positivity around where you live, manifesting positive relationships to family, especially women in the family. And also, if you are living with a romantic partner, this can also be a positive time for you guys and how you do things in the daily routine in your home is also a really positive energy for beautifying the home and doing any kind of projects around your space that make you fall more in love with how it looks. It's a good like sprucing things up transit. Sometimes Virgo too has a lot to do with getting rid of things and clearing space when it's in the home area. So that perfecting your space is kind of a big theme here with Venus and Virgo. The next shift of energy that we have is Mercury retrograde moving back into Leo. So that's going to be happening around the 15th. And so when it moves back into Leo, it's going to be entering your house of communication. Communication is going to be a big theme for you while it's retrograde in Leo. And, you know, there's some ego stuff going on as it's like making the sextile to Jupiter and Mars. You might have some grandiose ideas and you need to kind of ask yourself, are these ideas things, you know, that I should be acting on now or later? Because Mercury retrograde, it's best to not necessarily act on things. It's good to reflect, review, maybe create a plan, maybe get some advice and then act on it later. The next major shift that we have is going to be a full moon at 27 degrees of Aquarius on August 19th. And, you know, Aquarius and Gemini energy are really good for each other. They make a trine, air likes air. It's easy energy. And the area of the chart that we have Aquarius in for the Gemini horoscope is the area that has to do with your values and belief systems. It's also long distance travel. And it's also where we learn more about the world. So you're going to be in a position where you know, full moon's a time of letting go, releasing or manifesting things. You might be reflecting a lot on your role in your community or your values around your community. Are you in a community that supports your values and your beliefs? If not, what can you do to kind of manifest more of who you want into your life? And if you are, and you just want to be more involved, that could be an intention that you set as well. So those are big themes for that full moon. After the full moon on the 22nd, we enter Virgo season. So the sun is going to move into your 4th house and, you know, kind of bring a lot of awareness to your living situation. Mercury is going to be retrograde until the 28th, and then it's going to station direct at 21 degrees Leo. This is a really empowering energy for building confidence in communication. So building confidence in how you communicate who you are, the truth, authenticity. You know, once Mercury stations direct, hopefully you'll feel like you made some breakthroughs and found your voice. Then on the 30th, Venus is going to enter her home sign of Libra, and this is going to be really positive energy because, again, air likes air. She's going to enter your house of creativity, and she's going to be making all of these nice trine aspects to that Jupiter in Gemini in your house of self over the next month in September. So we'll get more into that next month. But those are the big themes for you, Gemini, this year. So communication, home and family, and identity are your main things, and also your values and beliefs around that. All right. If you like this video, please hit the like, subscribe button, and you will get notified on when I post these every month. You can book a reading with me. I'll have my email in the description box. And you can find me at theladyofleisure.com and thesobercurator.com. All right. Good luck in August. Happy Mercury retrograde.